Hello everyone. So today's video is going to be about how to blow out your hair. I can't tell you how many people I've come across, even stylists, that tell me that they cannot blow dry their own hair. I really believe in old school hairdressing. What it was like before there were flat irons and curling irons and all these other types of irons. Now I think that a lot of people rely on them to style, and you can't get as much body or make it look as nice as you can with a blow dryer. So I really encourage all of you to try this out if you can't do it. First try it with a flat brush because it's a lot easier to use. Then maybe graduate yourself to using a Denman and then try the round brush. It is actually a really beautiful way to do your hair. You can curl it, you can straighten it, you can just blow it out with some body. There's lots of different options. Okay, so the key to a good blow dry, like a blowout, is one, the products that you use, and two, the tools that you use. So first thing, you want to have a dryer that has a concentrator on there. You need this because the cuticle, which is the outer layer of the hair shaft, lays on the shaft like shingles on a roof. So they go flat down like this. If you blow it up at all, it's gonna look super frizzy. So this concentrator helps you to really direct the air. The other thing that's nice is the reason why people struggle is like, well, my arm doesn't bend like this or whatever, however they try to bend the arm. If you have a concentrator on, all you have to do is turn it and you're gonna be able to direct the air exactly where you want it to go. Other things that a good blow dryer should have is multiple heat settings and a cooler button. The reason why the cooler button is significant is because the heat is what changes the bonds of the hair, changing the structure of it. So unless you cool it to set the hair, gravity is gonna pull it straight before it fully sets. So then it's gonna dry really flat. Products to use. Okay, so what I did here is you don't want your hair to be 100% sopping wet. So I already went and power dried it a little bit. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and spray some Fix flexible working hairspray. It's not really like hairspray, but it's spray for your hair. And you just want to mist this all over. We all know that clean hair just does not style it as nicely. So this gives you kind of that day-old finish without the grit and the odor, of course. It smells quite good. Next, I'm gonna put the Replenish oil on. I always put this on underneath my heat protector, and I do that because I feel like the heat protector will spray a protective film, keeping this oil infused into my hair. So the other thing too is you don't want to put products in your hair when it's sopping wet, because it's like a sponge, right? So it's really not going to absorb anything else when it's full of water. Get that everywhere. Now heat protector. This you want to spray on very generously all over because this is what protects your hair from the heat. It's going to put a thin a thin barrier on your hair so that the blow dryer burns this off rather than burning your hair. Okay, now we can start. First, my hair is still pretty wet, so I want to blow out some of the extra moisture still. And just like I'm doing here, you want to make sure that you're blowing your roots in all directions. Your hair will do exactly what you tell it to do. So if you blow it flat down every single day, it's going to sit really flat. If you blow it in all directions, it's going to have a lot of movement and a lot of flow. There, now my hair is ready for a brush. I like to round brush my hair when it's like 90% dry already. That way, like you don't want to be using the brush to be drying your hair. Your hair is really fragile when it's wet. So first thing I'm gonna do, I should finish that thought. Your hair is really fragile when it's wet, so it just stretches and stretches and stretches and then it snaps. Dry hair, it doesn't stretch as much, but it doesn't break as easily. So first thing I'm gonna do is take a big section. So a good rule of thumb is that your section should be at least as big as your round brush, or it should be not at least as big. It could be a little bit bigger, but not too much bigger. You do want a reasonable amount of hair because you need that tension to really pull it straight. So I'll just show you. The sections don't have to be overly perfect either, because at the end of the day, it's all gonna get done as long as it's not crazy. So I'll turn around and let you see this.
Also, head on over to nvennhairbeauty.com to check out all of our products. You're going to love them all. They have the strength to style thick hair, and they are invisible enough that they can style fine hair. We also give away free products every month at www.nvennhairbeauty.com/giveaway. We draw for the winner on the 1st of every month, so if by chance you don't win, make sure to enter again. Also, head on over to $eyelashclub.com to grab yourself a pair of vegan hand-tied lashes. You can get them on our site for as low as $1, and we ship them right to your door. I hate to break it to you, but there is no such thing as a mink hair salon giving little minks haircuts to make your eyelashes, so always choose to be cruelty-free.
Like that. And then, so for today, I'm going to be using a round brush of this size. So all I'm gonna do is split my hair into half like so. Make sure I've combed out all of the knots if there are any. Stick it right in there. You wanna get it nice and tight. And then check it. So your wrist should always be straight. So this is fine. If I needed to, I can turn my concentrator. Do that. We're gonna key it. This is gonna smooth it and go all the way to the end. Now I'm gonna use my, rather than yell at you. Now I'm gonna use my cooler button. I'm gonna just hold it down, make sure it's cool, and cool this hair strand. I'm gonna touch it. As soon as it gets back to room temperature, I know I can let it out. Cool now, and I just want to pull it gently, unravel it, and then really finish off those ends like that. There we go. Already done a third of my hair. So now I'm going to move up a section. Now as you move higher and higher up the head, you definitely want to start increasing that elevation to really give your hair the lift that it needs. So this one I'm going to section just like this. So you can see it. And I'll start with the side sections. Again, you're gonna comb it out first, make sure there's no knots. Stick it right in there nice and firm. Now here's a couple tips I want to give you about round brushing. One, if the hair is getting hot, it is burning. So if it's not quite dry yet, either cool it down, give the strand a break, go to a different section, and then come back to it, because round brushing is great. It doesn't get as hot as an iron, but if you're heating the hair too much, it is really easy to burn your hair. Next little tip is when you get to the back, this is the part that people struggle with a lot. So what you want to do is, rather than trying to pull out back this way, because your arm doesn't really move that way, is pull out this way to the side. So grab your section, again, comb it out, make sure there's no tangles. Dig it right in there. And look how much tension I'm using to pull my hair straight. And also notice the elevation that I'm starting to use. The more body you want, the higher you want to lift. You can really lift like this if you wanted to. And now for the last section, I'm just going to divide this into 4, like so. So you can see that I have the front, I divided it in half, and then again in half twice. And same thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish my round brush now. And for the top section, I want a ton of body, so I'm gonna be lifting it straight up. There, all done. If you want to try out this blowout kit, head over to nvennhairbeauty.com, and for a limited time only, there's going to be a special promotion going on. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment below. We will get back to you, and make sure to subscribe to our channel. We do release new videos every Friday. Bye!